It's no secret that I am definitely a fan of control decks in the right metagame, and I've been known to bring control decks to many tournaments in the past. And actually, I feel like we're reaching a point where control decks are getting a little bit more exciting now, finally, because I was getting tired of the just pure control, like no real quick win con. Like I'm actually losing a lot of patience on Arena, so going through 45-minute matches, hour matches sometimes. Actually, I don't even know if I can reach that length, but I am very happy with the Hornlock Whale that was recently introduced into the sets, and it has really been able to bring games to a close a lot quicker, and it's making the overall pace of control decks a lot more tolerable, in my opinion. And I do think this deck probably should be playing 4 after doing some testing. So the original list was taken from MTGO, I think it was a standard challenge or something, and I got recommended to play it, and it had 0 Hornlock Whale. I was not excited to play an Esper control deck because I didn't think Esper was that good in this meta, mostly because it feels like the black removal spells are getting a tiny bit weaker with the kind of uprising of decks like Golgari midrange that have threats you really want to exile, and those exile spells are usually going to be in white, but they're specifically in like monocolored or dual colored white decks because you need planes. Like they scale off of basic lands or planes, like Ossification and Lay Down Arms. Those are like very important spells to have access to. Now, thankfully, since we are still in white, we do have access to Wandering Emperor for exile and cards like Sunfall, so it still makes the matchups where you have to exile things quite good if you draw these cards in time before they get a repeated value. I mean, you also have like counter spells like Dissipate that just exile straight up. And obviously, since I was talking about the whale, this card is able to shut down most opponents in the mid game if you draw it correctly. And depending on the matchup, obviously, if they have a lot of removal, this won't do that much. But still, you have to keep into account that this front side of the card, the adventure side, the 2-mana instance, is essentially already card advantage positive because you're putting a creature that's attacking on top or bottom of your opponent's library. I mean, they get to choose, but still, you're removing something temporarily, sure, but it's still a card that's going back into their deck that they have to redraw. So you're up a card, and then if you slam the whale, if it sticks, you'll win the game a lot quicker, and if it doesn't stick, well, you still get card advantage, so eventually you'll win the game. Now, again, as I mentioned, I think you should be playing 4 Hornlock Whale in pretty much every control deck, just because it speeds up the pace of the game, and I think it's just overall a very good card. Like I don't see many reasons to not play 4 essentially, because it's acting as a removal spell and it's acting as a finisher all in one. It's like the perfect spell you'd want to play in a control deck. But yeah, I mean, some people just like playing 4 Wandering Emperor and 2 Mirax as their win cons. I mean, sure, why not? But yeah, as you can see, nothing too special here. Another new card, Quick Study, is actually pretty good, honestly. It's been surprising. It's very nice to have a 3-mana card draw spell, just because with only Deluges, which I had 4 Deluge at the start, and I think it's probably still correct to play 4 Delusions to study, but I wanted to test out 3 and 3, just because the mana efficiency is a lot more flexible in the like turn 5 and 6. Sometimes like you don't draw your 6th land, or you draw your 5th land and you have like Delusion and counter spell, and because there's so many 2-mana spells, you really want to make sure you have multiple things to do in control decks, and that's where the quick study comes in, really. Like it feels really bad when you have to counter something and you have like 5 mana and you can't deluge and counter the thing, so you're losing a lot of tempo, and tempo is very, very important in this metagame. A lot of decks can snowball quickly and consistently put pressure on you. If you're not keeping up in card advantage, you will kind of bleed out and lose the game depending on the matchup. Unless it's a matchup where Sunfall can just let you recover, or they play something, you don't counter, you deluge, then you Sunfall or something. But yeah, again, there are so many situations in control. You have to take into account the many situations you can encounter. So that's why a 3-mana card draw spell is very important, I think, to have in the deck, at least a few copies. But other than that, nothing really new, honestly. Just counter spells, Void Rend, that's really good as removal in this meta because there's a lot of different permanent types you want to destroy, and it can't get countered. I guess that's kind of relevant. Farewell, Virtue, a lot of tools here. The sideboard has even more tools. Obviously, we've got Denick for mono red. We've got Strokes. I mean, it just counters the ramp decks pretty well, honestly, and control decks as well. Just a really good counter spell that you want to have in your sideboard, probably in this metagame especially. A Destroy Evil, which can destroy Wedding Announcement, the Virtue, the White Virtue, or the Black Virtue, and Shield Red, obviously. We've got Anoint, which I don't know if it's that necessary, but as I mentioned, this deck doesn't have access to early game white removal spells, so this is kind of a card I thought might be necessary in the sideboard. I'm not 100% sure, so this could be Edict, this could be pretty much anything. This is a flex slot for now, slot I'm testing to figure out if it's necessary or not. One Edict, we have 2 Edicts total, so I think that's good enough. One Lockdown, which is probably very necessary. I'm maybe considering a second one instead of a Shield, not a Shield, instead of an Anoint, but we'll see. 3 Sharks, which I think is probably the most important card. I've come to appreciate this card a lot, especially in this meta. It feels like people are just not ready for you to transition into Chrome host Seed Shark post board, and you catch like a lot of free wins. This is like the main reason I think to play a control deck on ladder, is that now that we have the whale and the shark, you can get pretty quick wins on your opponents, and that feels a lot better than dragging the game on for 40 plus minutes and eking out like a close win or a loss even, where you spent that much time and you end up losing, and that really feels bad on ladder. So now with these tools, I'm more inclined to play control. Maybe we'll see. A shield red, because why not? I mean, the card's broken. Probably. I mean, I'm having a hard time figuring out like how to fit in more shield red. I do want like one more, but it is what it is. Fourth Sunfall as well. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Just highlights of the whale and the shark mostly, and quick study, I guess. The new cards really pushing this control deck up a little bit, and it definitely needed that for sure, especially with the banned control decks popping up. I think those probably have an edge over this one just because of mana efficiency, but it's pretty close. It's a lot closer than I would have thought. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that. Enjoy these matches. Up the beanstalk. I think I just destroy that. Wait, actually, I don't know what I'm playing against. This might be a ramp deck. It could be... like, I don't know. This could be the control deck. In that case, I'd rather... I'll just destroy it. Whatever. Oh, wait. It draws a card. I forgot about that. Oh, whatever. I don't even have to destroy it here. Okay, it's what I thought. It's just like a regular... It's just a random ramp deck. It's not the control deck. Alright, this deck is... This is the second time I've gotten mana screwed on 3. With a bunch of 4-drops in hand. Okay, finally. No counter magic. Okay. Another land's fine, but I need more counter magic. Otherwise, we can say goodbye to card advantage soon. That's an annoying card. Creating like even like the 2 pings face and the +4 is really annoying. They're missing blue. I think I might gamble here. Go for max tempo. Like, it's so bad for me to let this resolve. I lose all my progress. Okay, fine. It's not what I wanted. I really wanted life. That's like acceptable. Like untapped blue source is not that likely. Okay, now it's a problem. All right.
See you later.
Good. I hope they have to sweep. That's my only. But even if they have to sweep, I don't know. This is kind of over. If I knew I was drawing that, oh no, they would 100% put that on top. The angel. I guess I should have used this. Probably. I have one draw for counterspell. Or draw spell.
And I will protect my people. We must protect the people. Show them how we greet our enemies.
Well, moment of truth. I mean, even if they do resolve it, I guess it's not like the end of the world. Depending on what they hit. Ramp usually has some problems closing out the game. Oh. I should have cut down my own thing. Okay, that's good. I think I win. That was like the moment where if they have it, they have it. That's kind of annoying too, though. Very annoying. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I couldn't find counterspell, so and they found that. Can't find. I mean, any form of removal at this point. Wow. Very unfortunate. And my post board is good against this, so hopefully, I don't know. If you play 4 Dissipate, you will lose to like every deck that plays a curve at all. So Legends, Mono Red, Mono White. Otherwise, it's fine, I guess. Syncopate? I'd rather play Syncopate than Dissipate, yeah. Yeah, yet again. 3 mana, Deluge, like 3. It's the exact same thing. 3 mana, 3 4 drops. Like that's like the bane of any control deck too. It's oh well, fantastic. At least the shark is doing its job. The problem is this won't work next next match. I'm gonna have to take them out. Probably. All right. Random shark win. That's why you should play like a few sharks at least. Especially on ladder. Probably 3 I would recommend. Higher chance of drawing it. No, it's not gonna work though. Hmm. Maybe I still play it. I'd probably play 1. I don't think I want to play 2 because I'd never want to have 2 in hand. But I guess my overall sideboard is not very useful. So like specifically in this deck, I guess you would still play 2 shark in round 3 even if it's not as good. Hmm. There's a lot of vigilance going on. I don't think I might need like actual. No, I guess I have this. I'm thinking like this doesn't really count as removal against them. This does, and these do. This does as well, kind of. Maybe it's enough. I don't know. I don't want to play too many either, but if they have a fast start with the 4/4, I don't know. No counter spell again, but mulliganing this just seems like a really bad play. I just have to hope the top deck one counter or removal spell. Okay, that's good. Not like super optimal, but it's better than not drawing something there. Okay, good. Okay, that's really good. That's what I needed. Okay, now we're in a good spot. Fine. Good. Not getting mana screwed is helping me a lot already. After the battle. No more counter magic. Too many 4 drops again. I have a lot of counter magic. I think I'm gonna go for it. Worst case, I hit land, I guess, and I go 4 into 2 for counterspell next turn. Hmm. Okay, no counter spell for attacks then. Okay, they're off by 1 though. I still have 1 card draw spell. I could destroy that. Like, not even joking, that might actually be a good play. uh, I think it actually is. It's not that bad. Because that thing can also draw, so gives me 1 more turn to find counterspell before it's too late. Oh, yikes. Okay. Oof. Barely made it, so the sequence was correct, but I was like really close. Okay, now we're really pushing ahead. I mean, this matchup is good, so okay, that's good. Polymerex, it gives me a lot of flexibility. That's also good. That's kind of like removal. I don't want to discard. I don't want to discard. Actually, I don't care about discarding. I have 3 Wandering Emperors. What am I talking about? They're gonna draw 3, but not much I can do about it.
We must protect the people.
Maybe it was worth. No, catching a 1/1 token doesn't do anything for me. Okay, now they have a lot of cards, which is not like the best situation, but also I have a lot of counter spells, so if they don't hit like double duress, it's gonna be good for me. I'm not gonna minus, so if they sweep me or if they play Archangel, they have to like double ping Emperor, which is not great. Ugh. Oh my god. I'm gonna save this for the Dino. Hold this in my back pocket, probably. No land, though. That's not good. I might discard. Maybe I should have forced. Well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna slam the whale here. Just go maximum pressure. It's so annoying. It's like impossible for me to flip it back to daytime, so this is always a draw card almost. Actually, like really guaranteed. I kind of have to deal with it now. I mean, I can counter anything but the haste 8H and another copy of that maybe.
We've got the edge in this fight.
All right, one turn. One turn. All right, cool. I mean, it's a really bad matchup for them, so I mean, they even have like the tech. It's still not good enough. That's a good draw. Uh, 5-color again? I mean, it's fine with me, but that's like, I don't know, it's so redundant. Whatever. Maybe it's the Reed Duke deck? I mean, it might. Being on the draw, not good here. There are a lot of ramp players. I did not expect that. And if there are a lot of ramp players, that means you can just play control and farm them all. So it's pretty good. As long as you don't get mana screwed, which again is like the main thing you have to be careful of, and maybe even a problem that warrants 28 lands because you really have to hit on curve. Maybe with another man land or something. I don't know. Oh, so annoying. And this is probably like the only thing they have that's actually really good against me because I don't have many counters for creatures. I don't want to use the counters against this. And I have to use removal, but it already ramped. It's not good. Yeah, Farewell is good, yeah. I mean, everything's good in my deck against them. It's like, they have like very narrow windows where they can sneak in and put me in a bad spot, so that's like what you have to be careful of. Like, mostly this and like, maybe you not having counter for like the ramp or something goes like a little bit too fast, or you drawing too many cut downs because like they have good cards against me and I have really bad cards against them. Only 3 basically. And if I draw too many cut downs, it's without drawing, like it has to be an equal amount of cut downs to, or even sweepers like Sunfall, to deluge ratio. I need like deluge quick study to compensate for these draws. Every time I draw one of these, it's actually just dead for a long time. This will be a hit later, not on 5 though. I don't think that matters. I don't really care about that. Yeah, Beanstalk is really annoying. That is actually their best card, I think. Because I actually have to counter it, or they get minimum 2 cards, I think, on their turn. If they play it out correctly, they play it on 7, they go 2-5 or something. I don't know. I don't even know if do they have 5s? Maybe they don't. I'm not even sure casting this is correct, but I'm gonna try it out.
Battle, then guide it like water.
That's fine. I was thinking maybe I would need to remove something with that, but like, what can I remove against them? Nothing really. Oof, I added that last minute. That's a really bad card to find there. Okay, so yeah, this is a situation where I can't lose the game. So it's not like a game one is a closer matchup than it seems, just because I have a lot of dead cards too. And they actually have consistent ramp, so at least they get to cast things. And I can't really cast my good spells right now. Okay, and you at least quick study or deluge now. Okay. Time was ticking. Hopefully they don't force me to use this, otherwise I can't draw. Hopefully. And hopefully they stop drawing cards that are actually good that I need to counter, because again, like, most of their deck is not actually good against me. So yeah, that's fine. I get to draw, they get to flip this next turn. Hopefully I get to find counter in Sunfall, maybe. I'm running out of counter spells though that can actually hit. All the make disappears have kind of run their course. Oh, that's good. I want 2 lands though, but I mean, I'm gonna draw a land eventually, no? Okay, that's good. I could... Oh yeah, I can do this. That's kind of cool. I don't even know if this is worth, but... Because I can't get to hold Deluge. Like, worst case... I mean... Them flipping is not good for me, so I don't know. It's probably fine. Okay. I'll have to pray that they don't have double attracts on hand, and then we're kind of okay. Okay, good. Not good. Okay, that's actually worst case, because I would have... That is actually worst case, I think. Because I would counter anything but that, so now they have 2 creatures. And I don't have the mana. Okay, I'm getting close to having the mana for it. I have to take the damage. Then I go Sunfall, hold up, dissipate, and then I'm in a decent spot again. But I have to take 7. Best case, they cast absolutely nothing and I can just deluge. That's good. Okay, that's pivotal. Oh, I really need the land, but oh man. Passing these cards is so bad, but yep. Like, it's just not something I can afford to risk. I like soldiers. Yeah, I think soldiers are good right now. They should be in a good spot against most Esper decks, so yep. And they're good against control. These angels are so... The amount of damage and life gain extending the game, and it's actually not good for me because I'm gonna run out. It's a timer, it's a race between them finding like 2 Atraxes or 2 things I actually need to counter. There's no M farewelling here, so that's a good draw. I'm starting to assemble something that might be good enough to take over here. Yeah, an aggro deck with counters is really good, so soldiers are good.
I hope you're ready to lose. You're done.
Okay, it's actually problematic that they're finding every copy of Archangel Wrath in their entire deck. It's actually a problem at this point. I have to spend another. Now I actually have to do this probably, which is okay. Four mana up, so I can't double counter, but I don't think I'll need to. Hopefully. Copium.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and I will protect my people. Let your blade do the talking.
Okay. I think we're pretty much... the problem is the 36 life. Like, there's almost no way I get past that. Okay, can't counter that, so that's a draw. Draw 3. I would have considered countering it if I had the mana, but... Nah, maybe not. I wouldn't counter that. Draw 3 on average, it's not that good for them. At least I hope it's not. Okay, I would not be able to counter a sweeper. So I should not stack the board too much.
I have got new moves to teach you.
I think it's almost time for me to slam this. In fact... Well, it's definitely not now. I still want to draw, and I still want to maybe play the whale. So much life. The Archangel just makes such a difference. Oof. Beanstalk is a card, and that can definitely win them the game, so... It's not something I can deal with right now. These are still live because I found Mirex, though, so... Maybe I can do something. They drew too many spells that I didn't have to counter that actually put them in a good position. I can't even brick that. I have no removal. Annoying. What do I do? It's probably just time to go ham because I'm gonna lose soon. I shouldn't go wide in case they... in case they have to sweep this.
Show them how we
Take the
greet
7.
enemies.
I'm 1 mana off and I drew a tap land. But actually, if they're smart, they would just remove this anyways on their turn. It's not even that bad. I guess I have to do it now. Alright, that's fine. Fortunately, I can't put down the graveyard, but that would actually be a good win con. Sunfall, I guess. Binding, Virtue. That's fine. I still have my 7 damage. I can get it back too, eventually.
May your blade strike true.
Gotta dodge Sunfall. This matchup is not that good, I feel like, in the main deck. I don't think that's too relevant, honestly. Yeah, it's not. Can't really afford to deal with it. So my game plan now is to hope this always draws into Make Disappear, and I double counter Sweeper and I go for lethal next turn. Sounds fine, I guess. Not much I can do about it. I get one extra draw at least. I get to see a lot of cards. So let's just pray. Okay, I actually got it. Alright, that's good. Go for max damage here.
Remember your training.
Like, imagine this deck with no whale, how unwinnable this matchup is. Actually. It's not even funny. I can't believe this list has 0 whale. Then I need to make a Mirax token. I can't tap out. They can exile my whale and I lose. I'm gonna make it though. I mean, I only need 1 whale to live, so even if they had to remove spell for this, it wouldn't even be that bad. It can still remove one of my whales, but I don't think it matters. Oh wait, that was actually close to actually going through. What the? I didn't realize they had that much mana. I almost lost. That was so close. If I didn't have whale and if I didn't play it exactly like I did, I would have lost. Might still lose? I don't know. No, they can only exile 1 whale. Yeah, that's fine. I set it up well. The ward actually matters. Trying to sacrifice a non-creature token. Non-token creature. How was I planning to deluge double make disappear? Well, I would just make a token with Wandering Emperor. If I had a deluge, I'd just make token with Wandering Emperor. It doesn't matter. But again, I only need 1 whale to live anyways. But like I didn't calculate their mana. That was actually close. In that case, it would have been really close. Yeah, I plus Wandering Emperor on that turn to get max damage and to not like waste any point of damage, which I didn't really need to do, honestly. I probably should have minus. Because I wasn't exact off, right? So that would have been 6. And then I have a 7 and a 6, so it would have been lethal anyways. So it was probably a bad play to plus there. I should have always minused. Okay, let's see if we can get the cheese win. That would be interesting. I don't know how like cheesy I want to do it though. And I'm on the draw too. Maybe not like maybe not shield red, right? Maybe not shield red. I mean, it is good. Like it actually is good against the beanstalk version too. I think I should play double shield red. I can basically play it as like a 7 mana play with dissipate or counter spells. It's definitely shield red. It's like the worst out of these, I think. It might be Wandering Emperor. Nah, it's Flash. Can't do that. It's like Beanstalk, the 4/4 ramp thing, the briefcase is annoying. Shark's in the deck. I already boarded in. I would assume that's the correct play, but if I Ultra Flood, then whatever. It's not the best hand. I mean, I have one 3-mana counter and two 3-mana removal spells, so like nothing on even costs. Nothing on 2, nothing on 4. Okay, that's a lot better. Oh, I doubt it's a shark play on this turn, but I could be wrong. Because it's not like I have something to do if I don't counter here. Yeah, I don't know. But then, like, it opens the door. I guess I would have always done it if I didn't have Deluge. 4 Quick Study, 2 Deluge. 3/3 maybe. I would not say 4/2 is correct though. Because Deluge is ridiculous card advantage. But 3/3 it's possible. Because again, like there were some positions where I had like 2 Deluge, 1 Wandering Emperor, and I was like, that's not good. Like early game, you could definitely argue that it's enough of a downside. Like here, I'm very unhappy about Dissipate because it's 3 and like I have no 3/2. I have no. If I had a 2-mana counter, I would always play Shark here, but now I have to discard. Sucks. But yeah, 4 Deluge might not be. You can play 4 like in the board.
Anyone who harms
I don't
my
know about
people
main deck,
must
yeah. But the
contend
problem
with
is
me.
to fit in the 3rd Quick Study in the first place, you have to go down a card in the 75, so it's not like it's not easy.
Until next time, then. Keep watch for intruders.
Ugh. Ugh. That's like actually painful. Yeah, the mana base, it's not like perfect in this deck. It's really not. Yeah, I would always assume they have the removal spell here, so I'm gonna start with this. That card's so annoying. I'm gonna do this into Shark, into Deluge, I guess. Or I do, maybe I just pass, destroy this, and then repeat. Maybe better. But I think it's Shark, actually. Because they don't have the mana up. Yeah, I think it's Shark. I think it's Shark, yeah. Especially since I drew a play, well, I don't know. Let's see what happens here. I have a good feeling about this. Maybe. Their deck list is good. Their deck list is way better. Like having Dress on the board, having Terra Sunder for instant speed, unconditional removal is very good. I guess they didn't have Atraxa, and they didn't have a good enough play on this turn, so even if they take Dissipate, I void around this, they probably have no removal, and I just hit them for 5, 6, 11, and then they can't stabilize next turn. It's good. I mean, again, Shark proving that Shark is really necessary to, especially if you have no whales, but there are whales. It's even necessary if you do have, like, it's necessary, period, in a control deck, just because, especially on ladder, if people don't think you have that many creatures, they'll board out removal, and then you just get them with the shark for free. If you enjoy my content and would like to help me keep making it, consider supporting me over on Patreon, where you can access to a bunch of bonus videos, as well as other rewards depending on the tiers. And thank you so much to all the lovely patrons that are already subscribed. I appreciate it very much. And I will see you all in the next video.